and our Zen practitioners. Today is Sunday, September 17, 2023. And today we will talk about the topic of how this Zen practice is easy. So in this talk, we including the koans of Pan, the Pan family, the Zen Pan family. So Mr. Pan, he say that if we have a chunk of a tree and we put all the oil, the sesame oil on the chunk, how can we climb it, make it easy? And it seemed like difficult, but Mrs. Pan say it's easy. And the Pan's daughter, uh, she say that not too bad. If it's hungry, eat, and if it's thirsty, drink. And so this is the Pan's Koan. So when we practice this method from awakening, from doubt, great doubt to awakening. So in the retreat in Xiamen in China, the late abbot Duke, he also mentioned about this koan, the Pan's koan, and practitioners sometimes they don't really believe in their own practice, and they run around and try to find the answer, try to find the real intellectual understanding, and that is make it the practice become harder. So when we not based on the worldly knowledge to search for another knowledge. So here's another koan. Ma Chu and Pa has 43 students awakening, but Ma Chu has more. Macho is also was the 6-page art student, but he has more students that awaken. So the Zen master Dao Nhức, and he really dedicate his practice. And one day he sat next to the shore of the river, and Zen master Ma Chu knew that this practitioner Dao Nhức, and he would become a very profound Zen teacher by next to his student Dao Nhức, and he used a piece of rock and he carved on the ground from day one and to the day many days later. And this disciple, you know, came with doubt and say, what happened to this, teacher? Why he came and make this piece of rock sound on the ground. And he asked his teacher, what are you doing? He said, I am trying to make this piece of rock become a jewel. And he said, that's impossible. And they have a conversation about his practice. And and Zen Master Ma Chu, so ask him the practice, and his students say that I'm stuck. And then he said, how can I move and forward, basically? And the Zen Master Ma Chu say, if um, the the boo, cart, and if the cart gets stuck, you're gonna beat the cart, or and right there, uh, his disciple taken. So once, or the story of the Zen master, uh, this, use the words. So that's why we have to leave the words. So that's main the main teaching of the Zen tradition is you have to leave the word behind, um, not based on the words, and not the teaching come from outside. So that way, you can experience the awakening. So that's the foundation teaching of the Zen. So in the Vimalakirti teaching, the the teaching of Vimalakirti is basically help practitioners, to leave the duality without saying. So this is the teaching, basically almost the same as the Zen foundational teaching. So when Vimalakirti, was in this great silence, and Manchuri braced the Vimalakirti. So anything that is we use as suppose or suggest something, then we fall into the four negations. So when Vimalakirti's great silence was Manchuri's praise, that's basically the same meaning. We go beyond the duality, or go beyond the discriminated mind. So basically teachings of the Zen master, or from the sutra, the absolute sutra, like Vimalakirti Sutra, basically help to support our trust in the mind, so uh, stay strong, uh, raise the doubts. So therefore, Zen Master Sui Yuan he say that, our Huatou is just like a king. So we use a king to walk when we are not strong. So we keep going until our legs, become stronger. Then we let go the king. So same thing with the Huatou practice. We keep asking the question until we experience the great doubt. Reach a great doubt, we're going to leave the Huatou question behind. So when we able to experience this, we go beyond the words, we go beyond the concepts. So when our mind is direct going to this great doubt, and go all the way until 1 nanosecond, that our mind, worldly mind, leave this consciousness, and we reach to the original mind, or the self nature. So when we continue with this practice, when we go beyond, then we're not going to experience it's easy or hard. It's go beyond easy and hard. We use to discriminate, in the um the duality, and when our mind is going to distinguish between easy and hard. So this is our discussion for today, between the practice easy and hard. So right now, if you have any questions or comments, please raise your hand. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Miss Kim Ying, please go ahead. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Tay, dear nuns, and our Dharma friends, I would like to ask this question for my Dharma friend, so that you can explain to them. So I would like to read it. In the Christian teaching, so when we live in a community together, practice, including the monastics and the lay practitioners together, and we both increasing, maybe having friction when we have some conflicts with each other in the Sangha. This is gonna increase into our Sangha. So right now, I'm in this Sangha that been leading by the wise teacher and friends. So can you help us to make this clear so that we can practice together? So I think this question have a lot of try to intellectually understand. So this question is basically, that practitioner need to return to the practice as a Huatou question. So in the teaching of the question, he said that many karmas, many lives that we have come together as Dharma friends, have come to practice. So not only human beings, but only and including all the animal realms as well. They are also our Dharma friends. So all the Dharma friends is everywhere. All the realms. We are Dharma friends. So no difference. So it doesn't matter who, been mistreating us, or not um, behave well, in the Sangha. So it doesn't matter what they behave or act out. You just need to um, use that as the momentum to return to the practice. So that we don't have to practice patience, because when you practice Huatou question, it's already practice patience, but you separate out and to practice just patient but not asking the question, then we gonna suppress we patient, and we gonna create this energy of hatred, and we don't even know. So we just need to the true meaning of Dharma friends. That is it had been we have been you know meeting in many lives before. So don't just based on the intellectual teaching and without practice, and we gonna have a lot of problem for ourselves when we're not able to solve the problem. So right now we just practice. We just need to focus on a practice. So every one of us, every sentient beings may have the awakening nature. So we just practice and um, create, ask question and create doubts. So don't just think or use intellectual way to know that, uh, ask the question and raise a doubt, but you need to truly practice it. Just don't use your intellectual mind to practice. So when you practice that, then we gonna ride on a path of the patriarchs want us to. So did it make sense? Uh, maybe that our practitioner may understood your explanation. So Miss Mi vâng, Namo Sakyamuni Buddha, dear Thầy, dear nuns and our Zen practitioners. So can you explain to me in during my practice, there's Dharma friends uh, has remind me the practice uh, should have the strong determination for the practice, and we should avoid some encounters in our daily life. And right now we basically go with the flow, uh, with the life, daily life. So I think this is a very important point that we need to understand. Because it sounds like very easy, but if we don't know how to understand this thoroughly, then we gonna get stuck. So this is when we practice this is the absolute path. So it's not gradual path. So we have to go beyond all these conditions or skillful means. So if we only base on all the encounters to experience the awakening, so what if no encounters that gonna happen? So we should not just chase after the words of distinguish between this and that. So when we get stuck on if we need to really have a strong determination about life and death, then then we get stuck in the mind. Like Zen Master Poson, he said that if you have 10% of doubt, then you're gonna have, great doubt, then you're gonna have 10% of awakening. If you have anything less than that, then it's gonna be uh, impossible to awaken. So this is the absolute mind that we need to practice. So when we practice the Huatou, that means we already look deep into our mind, look deep into our own ignorance. So we should not, try to avoid or not avoid. So when we face with our life, with a lot of conditions and encounters, that doesn't matter. Uh, so the Sikh patriarch say that everyday life, our mind, is inter interact with other things, but our mind, is still able to experience as it. So that's the nature. But because of our thinking mind, keep comes up and create other problems. So this is always, a problem for practitioners, because we keep distinguish between um, all the discursive thoughts and all the sleepiness, all the quietness. So we keep, distinguish between this and that all the time, and then we including the affliction. We have to encounter affliction, and we encounter our physical feelings, and we experience, heart attack and or high blood pressure and so on. So all this experience, inside, mentally and physically, um, that doesn't matter. We just, keep going, because if we get stuck, distinguish this and that, then we're gonna waste our time. If we fall wherever we fall, that's where we're gonna stand up. We just keep going. We're not gonna run away and avoid um, the um, the condition. The Zen master uh, lead the teaching this novice monk. He raises novice monk in a mountain. So this novice monk, he's has been living with his master in the mountain for nearly 20 years. So he only knows his master. Other than that, he never seen anyone before. So all after these years, he the master, he took his novice monk down to the town, uh, and he asked, this young lady in the town, say, what is it? And the Zen master say that, oh, that's a tiger. So and this tiger, you know, is different from the tiger in our mountain. This tiger is really dangerous. Uh, so so this is the teaching, you know, when we avoid the environment for the practice. So we try to lie to ourselves. So basically that story, you know, later on the novice monk, you know, he curious and he found out that, oh, that lady, that young lady in Tao is not actually as dangerous as the master, you know, his master told him. So basically, you know, the master, you know, lied to the student for the bad purpose. So we should not avoid the condition at all. So just like, you know, the carpenter, you know, if he rely on longing for the good weather, right, the sunny weather, so he can do a lot of carpentry. And if the farmer, if he longing for the rain, you know, so that his farm, you know, can grow well. So if we us like practice, and we depend on, you know, the weather to practice, so it's gonna never gonna achieve the awakening. So did my explanation make it clear? Yes, it's very clear. So my thank you for your explanation. Right now we run out of time. Thank you